Hello everyone, welcome to this week's dance class. So last week we were looking at big cats, which I love learning about. And this week I thought we'd go slightly further down onto the ground to our slithery friends, some snakes. So we're going to be learning about loads of different kinds of snakes. There are so many. We're going to be learning just about some of the types today. There's some brilliant movement with snakes as well. So it's very easy to make dances up about them. So let's warm up first. What we're going to do is divide the space, wherever you are, into 5. So if I say cobras, you're going to run forward to hear cobras, okay? If I say pythons, you are going to run to the side of the room to hear, okay? If I say boas, you are going to run to the back of your room, wherever you are. It doesn't matter if it's a big space or a small space. And if I say vipers, you're going to run to the side. Okay, so we've got cobras, pythons, boas, and vipers. Okay, but I'm going to mix them all up. If I say squeeze, okay, you're going to run to the middle of your room and you're going to give yourself a big hug. You can go low, you can go high, okay, whatever you like. You have to squeeze, okay, in the middle of the room. So cobras, pythons, boas to the back, vipers to the left, okay, or it might be your right actually, this side, let's say that. Squeeze in the middle, okay, so I'm going to mix it all up. Ready? Let's go. Vipers. Good. Boas. Pythons. Good. Cobras. Hello. Squeeze. Right in the middle. Good. Vipers. Well done. Boas. Boas. Good. Squeeze. Squeeze. Go on. Ah, good. Cobras. Pythons. And vipers. Well done. Squeeze. Good. Boas. Well done. Good. And one more squeeze. Good. Squeeze. Well done. So the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to read out lots of different words. And these words are all to do with snakes. So what we're going to do is I'm going to call out the word twist, and you have to show me your best twisty position. Anything you like, and hold. Good. Okay, remember this is our warm-up, so we want to use different levels. We want to bend our bodies in different positions to get our hearts moving and our muscles and bodies ready for dance. So we've done twist, let's try wrap. How can you wrap yourself around yourself? Basically, we're thinking snakes. I've discovered they love wrapping themselves around branches, around trees. Okay, wrap. That's a lovely word, isn't it? Can you show me fold? So can we fold in half? Could you fold again? Could you fold your arms around yourself? Good. Now, can you unfold? So can you go in reverse? Can we unfold? Good. Can you show me squeeze? We've done this one already. Squeeze. Good. Really, really tight. Could you squeeze your legs together? Cross them. Well done. Good. Can you show me heavy? Really heavy. Flopping maybe on the floor. Okay, you're really heavy. Or maybe you're thinking of something, you lifting something heavy. You show me that strength. Maybe you're lifting something above your head. Good. Can you lift something heavy? Maybe your body feels very heavy. How would you move? Slowly, I think. Because you're so heavy, you've got a lot of weight to carry around with you, haven't you? Think about being made of lead or concrete. Good. Now, can you think of how would you move if I said the word strike? How would you do strike? Strike would be something sharp and fast. Good. So strike. Good, maybe it could be a different body part. Strike. Strike with your leg like a football. Strike, it's like a fast, sharp movement, isn't it? Good. So all these words I want you to remember, because when we make up our movement later on, we can use these words and use these movements. So I'm going to show you a few friends that I've discovered. And I've discovered a lot about snakes. They're really amazing. So I've got some beautiful ones here. And you might know about snakes already, but I had to do a little bit of reading because I didn't realise that there were over 3,000 types of snake. 3,000! That's a lot, isn't it? So you've got some examples here. So snakes are reptiles. They have very long bodies with no legs, and they have very smooth scales all over their bodies. They have no eyelids, so they can't blink. And they eat prey whole. So they don't chew like we do, lovely little nibbles. They just go and eat it in one bite. Some squeeze their prey. So you can see the big snakes here to stop them breathing, or other venomous snakes have fangs and inject prey to kill them, and that's what we're going to look at as well in a minute. So the first type of snake we're looking at are pythons. This is a beautiful snake. I think this is called a green tree snake. I'll have to look that one up again. See if you can find this one. It's really beautiful, and I love the way it folds up. Can you see in those shapes over the branches? So pythons are quite large snakes. They can grow very, very long, and they live in tropical Africa and in tropical places in Africa and Asia. These are these and boas, actually boas snakes, hunt warm-blooded animals, and they have heat sensors so they can track the prey. And the pythons lay eggs, and they keep warm by wrapping themselves around the eggs and slightly shivering their bodies to keep the eggs warm. So can you see that? So that's a really big python there, and you can see the eggs, and they gently sort of shake, and that keeps the eggs warm. So the next snake we're looking at are cobras, and at the front of the mouth they have hollow fangs, and they inject deadly venom, and the venom affects the nerves and the muscles of the prey, and this kills the prey very quickly because it stops the lungs from working, so it's pretty deadly. They target cold-blooded prey like reptiles, and you can see they raise their body from the floor, and they can spread what's called a hood. So you see this bit here, and they have a hood around their head, and it looks very fierce and threatening. And a king cobra, which is one type of cobra, can inject enough venom in one bite to kill 20 people. So look at that. Can you see how big its mouth opens and see the fangs there? It's amazing. So these ones are called boas, and these are very large and very heavy snakes, and they squeeze by constriction. So they squeeze their prey to kill it. They're found all over the world in the tropics, and in the Amazon River lives the biggest snake ever. And this one's called an anaconda. And this needs water to move because it's so big. But in water, it can move actually very quickly. And it's powerful enough to kill something as big as a deer. So it's really huge, this one. And they don't lay eggs, these snakes, the boas. They give birth to live young. So they don't lay eggs. The snakes are just born without being in eggs. So there we go. So these are our snakes we're going to look at today. There were so many to choose from, it was quite difficult. So we have the pythons, which are that's such a beautiful colour, that one. And you can see that's a completely different colour, but it's still a python. And that's the shivering eggs. They shiver around the eggs. These are the cobras, so you can see here the hood, and they rise up to look fierce and threatening. And these are the fangs that we talked about, and the venom that comes out of the teeth, the fangs. And then these are our boas, very big, very heavy, and they also wrap and twist. But like the anaconda, it can move in water, and this makes it move very fast, so it's able to move around in the water very quickly and go and catch prey. So a lot of snakes to look at. So bear these pictures in mind. There we go, back to this. So this is a mixture of all of them. So what we're going to do is we are going to look at the first snakes, which are the boas. And our boas are very, very slow. So they're hugely slow and they can't move fast at all. So we're going to go from side to side. Now you can move however you like. You can move on the floor nice and slowly, or you can move up in the air. But I'm going to move from side to side as if looking for my prey. Good. Now from here, they're also very heavy snakes like the anaconda, who has to go down a river to move fast at all. So I'm going to show this sort of heaviness by going very high, and I'm going to fall to the floor like something very heavy. So we go very high and very low, from slow and heavy. And then the boas, they're famous for squeezing their prey. So they're going to squeeze their prey to death, which is pretty grim, but it's quite a clever way of killing them. So what we're going to do is spread out. You're going to spread out as much as you can, and you're going to bring everything in and show me a really, really big squeeze. I'm going to spread out and squeeze, so like all the air gets squeezed out of their bodies, and that's how we're going to catch our prey. So the boas are very slow, good, very heavy, and they squeeze their prey, good, until there's nothing left. There's no air left in their bodies, good. So that's our boas. Our cobras, they are going to have a beautiful hood that they show. So from being long and thin, suddenly they show this amazing hood that comes out, and it suddenly makes them look a lot bigger and quite fierce. So just round your hands, your arms, so you have this hood around your head. And then from here, we're going to show the venom. So we're going to show our fangs here, and these are hollow. And through the fangs, the venom comes and it sticks into the prey. So our hood turns into our fangs, which is going to be the venom. And then from here, this is when they strike. And this is what we did at the beginning. So it's going to be a bit of a surprise. So they're very good at holding their nerve. They hold. And from nowhere, they suddenly strike. Okay, so you can hold that as long as you like. And then when you're ready, you can lean forward and show me a strike. Let's clap, and that will be a bit of a shock as well. Okay, so we've got our beautiful cobras with the hood. We've got the fangs where the venom comes out. And then when you're ready, you can step forward slowly and do a strike. Now you can do that however you like. You don't have to copy my movement. You can come up with your own movement. Maybe you want to turn away and have an element of surprise. Okay, I'm just going to show you facing you. So we've got our hood, we've got our venom, we've got our strike. Good, and last one are our pythons. So these are very beautiful, twisty pythons, and they can move a little bit faster than our big heavy boas. So I want you to twist and move and use all the space. You can use the up space if you're going to a tree, and then the down space on the floor. You can do a little roll if you like, whatever you like, but super twisty. And then from here, I want you to wrap. So we're going to wrap, we're going to wrap, we're going to wrap, we're going to wrap. So just like the green python we saw, where it's sort of folded and wrapped around itself, you can wrap. So imagine you've got a really big scarf and you're wrapping around yourself. Good. And from here, I want you to imagine that you are lying around your eggs. I think this is such a clever idea. They're gently going to shiver and generate heat very gently to keep their eggs warm. So you're going to have your arms like this, or make some kind of circle, and you're going to shake, and you're going to generate heat to warm up those eggs. Good. So our pythons are very twisty, very live. They bend all over the place. Good. They're also really good, and they wrap, wrap around itself. And then we're going to show our shivering eggs. So we're going to shiver all over to keep the eggs warm. Good. Because like the boas, the boas don't lay eggs, do they? It's just the pythons. So, can we add all that together? That's quite a lot of movement, isn't it? So we're going to start off with our boas. So very slow. We're going to look from side to side. Good. However you want. Remember, this is just my movement. You can copy me or do your own. We're going to show heavy, high to low. Very heavy, we come to the floor. And we're going to show our big squeeze. Oh, squeeze. And extend and squeeze all the life out of that prey. No chance. Okay, right. We're then becoming the cobra. We're going to show our hood. Nice. Show that hood around your head. Turns into the fangs. The hollow fangs where the venom comes down. Good. And then from here, we're going to strike whenever you're ready. Good. And you're going to get that prey with the venom. It's a goner. Good. The next one are our twisty, twisty pythons. Super twisty, super bendy. Okay. All directions, upper space, side space, back space, every space. Good. We like pythons. Super, super twisty. We're then going to wrap, 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 wrap. And we're going to go and keep our eggs warm by shivering on the floor. Good. So show me a big shiver. Well done. Okay, so what you can do is pause this if you want to. Go back through all the snakes, all their movements. Or if you want to, you can try that with some music, because I think it helps and brings it to life a little bit, doesn't it? So let's have a go. I found some quite snaky music. Here we go. Ready? So boas, slow, heavy. Good. Up. How did you get on? Did you manage your snaky dance? Good. So, I'm quite out of breath with that. What I want you to do now, we're going to do it once more, and this time I'm not going to say anything, because in dance we use our bodies to tell stories and explain what's going on, so I don't need to talk, plus you know what you're doing. And I want you to be as out of breath as I am, because I'm trying to put as much energy as I can into moving. So even when you're doing a slower movement, you're using up a lot of your energy. So you should be moving all the time. Even when you're stopping, you're thinking still about how you can have the energy running through your body, and this really projects and shows your dancing and shows what you're trying to express out to people who might be watching. Okay, so let's try that with a bit of performance. Okay, non-stop, lots of energy. Think snake, boas, cobras, pythons. Here we go. How did you get on? Good. Okay. Well, what you can do is you can wind that back and keep practicing. And like we always do, you can come up with different movements for the different words that we've used. So if you did a wrapping thing with your arms, you can think about doing a wrapping thing with your legs. Or if you're with someone else, that's lovely that you can work together. If you're on your own like me, that's fine. We'll just have to work it out as a solo. But if you're with someone else or a few people, it's really nice. You could be a nest of snakes moving around each other. Think how they interact. They often just slide over, under, around each other. So we do some lovely things if you're with someone else. If not, if you're on your own, that's fine. I've just shown you can do lots of nice dance on your own too. So let's come into the space and cool down a bit, okay? So what we're going to do is we are going to do our wrapping just in slow motion to bring our heart rate down and just bring our breathing down as well, back to normal where we started with. So can you just wrap your arms, breathe in and squeeze, breathe all the air out. Good. Open up your arms, wrap your arms around, breathe in and squeeze, breathe out. Good. Can you make yourself into a tiny ball? So you're curling yourself up into a snake ball. Maybe one of those eggs, like a python egg. And we're just going to shiver. Good. Can you rock forward, put your hands on the floor and rock on your feet, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. Good. Can you uncurl from the bottom all the way up to the top? Good. Standing up tall. Give your shoulders a bit of a shake and a roll. Give your back a roll. Bend your knees. See if you can do gentle movement of your arms. Anything you like. Okay, head to the side and to the front and to the side and up. Good. See if you can rise and not go down on your heels. Hold on and gently go down all the way to the floor. Well done. Brilliant. Well, I hope you enjoyed learning about snakes. Excuse me. That was a really energetic one, that one. But thank you for dancing with me and I will see you next week.